Okay, we are live, and I'm gonna show you guys how to. Alright, hold up. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to. I'm not really show you guys, but okay, I'm just gonna show you guys some of the guns that I recommend for you guys to use in Cold War. Most likely, most of the other guns are pretty good, I'd say. In my opinion, some of them are not really the best I don't use, but yeah. So, we're gonna start with my main class here. For my main class, I got the AK-47. I do look up some videos to see like what's the best attachments for it, because in my opinion, I really like these attachments on it because it kind of really helps me a lot in the accuracy and all. But I look at videos because I'm not really too sure if it'll help me out, because then the speed's not really that great, but the accuracy is the best. But yeah, so we're gonna start with the AK-47. AK-47 is one of the guns I like the most. It's the max level, also my baseball bat. And I recommend to use this gun because once you get to at least level 30 or 40, you can start putting some more attachments on it. And it'll be pretty good because then their accuracy can go really high, just like some other guns. But the speed is not really that good. So I recommend it because the accuracy is good, the ammo is good, and yeah, really much. There's some really good attachments on here that you can use for it, and most likely I prefer to use it in my opinion. It will really help you out. This gun, I mostly use this gun in Nuketown because it's the only thing I play. And yeah, my main weapon, I really like it a lot because it has like a bunch of accuracy on it, and you get a bunch of kills. You even get to play the game with it. And yeah, I recommend that one. The XM4. The XM4 is kind of like a gun at the beginning that you use it, and it's really good for like a starter weapon. I use this as my starter weapon, but after that, I never really use it so much. But I started using it more, and then it kind of got better because I got some more attachments on it. And yeah, the thing that I recommend for this one is if you're like kind of like a guy that doesn't like scopes on it, I prefer this one. Because without a scope on it, it's really good because you can still see really good with it. I will do some gameplay with the XM4 one day, but yeah, and I really prefer this because it's like just like the AK-47 has a bunch of accuracy on it, just like other weapons, and I can't remember what to say. And it's really, you don't really need like a scope on it if you're playing Nuketown and all, because it's really good without a scope and with a scope too. But I prefer myself to not use it without a scope, so it can be pretty, because it's gonna be better. And yeah, I have the E-tool as my secondary, and yeah, I prefer to use this weapon in my opinion because it's really good for me. I'm not really like a scope guy that likes to use scopes. If I use scopes once in a while. It depends on which weapon, but yeah. Let's see. Next one first is the Bullfrog. The Bullfrog is pretty good. The accuracy can go even higher if you most likely like to play. If you most likely like to play like multiplayer and all, most likely free for all, in my opinion, because free for all for the Bullfrog is pretty good because everyone in free for all likes to use spamming weapons, and this one's kind of like a spamming weapon, not like most likely a spamming weapon, but it's like a gun that has a bunch of ammo on it and it can keep up. And like the magazine and all, I prefer the 85 because it's pretty good. So then when you shoot someone, you kill multiple people at once. So you don't have to keep reloading over and over again. I prefer to use this weapon because you don't really need a scope on it so much, in my opinion, because without a scope, you can see really good though, without it. I have a katana as my secondary. But yeah, I prefer this weapon too. And next weapon I prefer is a Molinho. The Molinho has tons of scope on it, because without the scope on it and all, it's pretty good too. But with the accuracy on it, it's really good, and it's almost to the high one too. But yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I prefer to use this weapon because it's really good too, without a scope and with the scope. So, yeah. And yeah, I do look at some videos for attachments too, so it can be pretty good. But yeah, I prefer the Molinho too. And yeah. And the next weapon I prefer is about the AK-74. AK-74 is pretty good because without it, it's also good too. Because the reason why it's good with it and all is because without the scope, it's also really good. I don't like to use it with the scope. I kind of bought a pack with it so I can get some more attachments on it. But yeah, the accuracy is not the best on it, but it's pretty good too. But the accuracy, without the accuracy on it, it's also really good because like at the start of the weapon, the accuracy and everything else here is not really that good. But yeah, I would say in my opinion, the accuracy of the AK-74 is one of the best. Also the Bullfrog too, and some more. But yeah, the AK-74 is really good to use if you have if you max it out, then bam, you'll just get play the game every time. Because that's what some people do. You get play the game and whew, jeez, they always get played the game. That's what happened once when I was playing one of my games. My secondary is a shotgun. Trying to do a challenge and it almost got the street sweeper, but yeah. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, I prefer the AK-74. Last one is the LC-10. LC-10 is a weapon that everyone likes to use, but it gets too annoyed sometimes because then everyone uses it again and again. But I prefer this weapon because this weapon right here is one of a good weapon and most likely a spamming weapon too. But yeah, without the attachments on anything, it's really good. Because if you see below, the firepower, speed, accuracy, and ammo, all that is pretty good. They're like almost the same except for the firepower. But yeah, this one's really good. But it's just that without at the beginning, the ammo and all, if you're like a guy that mostly dies a lot and you don't have that much ammo, it's also really good to use it too. Because without the ammo, I mean, there was ammo on it like this, and if your ammo doesn't have that much on it and you always die, I prefer you. I'm not saying that. Is that if you always die with it, then it's okay if you die with it because the ammo will go back to normal, and then if you have the scavenger like me, then you can pick up ammo every time you kill somebody, and then you get more ammo and ammo every time. So yeah. For the LC-10 because it's really good to use, especially like in Nuketown, Hardpoint, Free For All too. Yeah, those are really good to use, especially the LC-10 and AK-74. And I'm gonna do snipers and pistols and melees next. Most likely the melees are all good to use. There's really nothing much about it. It's just that the range, you see on the bottom, the range. Yeah. So next time I'll do the secondaries. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.